Fast food and fried items represent some of the most insidious dietary hazards for individuals with diabetes. On the surface, these foods may seem convenient, inexpensive, or even indulgent, but their nutritional profile is uniquely destructive to metabolic health. Fast food and fried items are typically loaded with refined carbohydrates, added sugars, excessive sodium, and unhealthy fats, particularly trans fats and saturated fats. Each component contributes to destabilizing blood sugar and worsening insulin resistance, while the combination creates a compounded effect that is particularly dangerous for diabetics. Unlike naturally occurring foods that provide fiber, protein, or beneficial fats to moderate absorption, fast food delivers rapid glucose surges paired with fats that impede proper insulin function, creating a perfect storm for metabolic disruption. The refined carbohydrates in fast food, white buns, French fries, breaded chicken, and fried snacks, are broken down extremely quickly into glucose, causing immediate and pronounced spikes in blood sugar. For diabetics, these spikes are not just uncomfortable or inconvenient. They are damaging. The repeated stress of processing excessive glucose overloads the pancreas and can accelerate the decline of beta cell function in type 2 diabetes, reducing the body's ability to produce insulin over time. In type 1 diabetes, this unpredictability makes insulin dosing far more complicated, increasing the likelihood of dangerous hyperglycemic episodes. Unlike solid meals containing fiber or protein, these fast foods provide virtually no moderating effect, leaving blood sugar to surge unchecked. The fat content in fast food and fried items further exacerbates the danger. Trans fats, often found in fried oils, margarine, and processed sauces, are especially harmful as they interfere with insulin signaling and directly promote insulin resistance. Saturated fats contribute to obesity and cardiovascular stress, both of which are already significant risks for diabetic patients. Consuming a diet high in these fats accelerates the progression of atherosclerosis, increases cholesterol levels, and elevates the risk of heart attack and stroke. The combination of fat-induced insulin resistance and refined carbohydrate-induced glucose spikes creates a metabolic scenario where blood sugar control becomes extremely difficult, even with medication. Moreover, fast foods are calorically dense and nutrient-poor, which leads to excessive calorie intake without any meaningful sense of satiety. Diabetic individuals consuming these foods are at high risk for weight gain, particularly visceral fat accumulation around the abdomen, which further worsens insulin resistance. Beyond the metabolic effects, excessive fat and calorie intake also burden the liver, often contributing to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a condition that itself further impairs glucose regulation. Over time, the combination of refined carbs, unhealthy fats, and excess calories accelerates not just diabetes progression but also the development of comorbidities that can drastically reduce life expectancy. Fast food consumption is also psychologically and socially reinforcing, which makes it difficult to avoid. Its convenience, taste, and marketing make it appealing, and its high-fat, high-sugar composition triggers the brain's reward system, producing addictive patterns. For diabetics, this pattern is particularly dangerous. Even small or occasional indulgences can destabilize blood sugar, while repeated exposure can lead to habitual overconsumption. Many people underestimate the cumulative damage of occasional fast food. Each meal chips away at metabolic stability and increases the risk of complications that may not become apparent until years later. The long-term consequences of regularly consuming fast food and fried items are severe. Beyond destabilizing blood sugar and increasing insulin resistance, these foods contribute to obesity, chronic inflammation, endothelial dysfunction, and heightened risk of cardiovascular disease, kidney damage, neuropathy, and vision problems. For diabetics, this means that each fast food meal is not just unhealthy, it is a direct assault on the body's fragile systems, accelerating the onset of serious, life-threatening complications. Even seemingly minor indulgences carry risk, and repeated consumption compounds the damage over time, creating a trajectory of deteriorating health that is difficult to reverse. For anyone managing diabetes, fast food and fried items are far more than convenience foods. They are active contributors to disease progression. They deliver a combination of refined carbohydrates and harmful fats that destabilize blood sugar, exacerbate insulin resistance, promote weight gain, and accelerate microvascular and macrovascular complications. The risks are immediate and cumulative, with no nutritional benefit to offset the damage. Avoiding these foods entirely is not just advisable, it is critical for preserving metabolic health, preventing serious complications, and maintaining the quality and longevity of life. Each burger, fried snack, or deep-fried meal consumed is a choice to worsen diabetes management and invite long-term harm.